Another week, another episode, another baffling location shoot. Why do we keep doing this to ourselves?
I think you do it to torture yourself,
because
dude.
it's fun, man. What are you talking about?
You're
It's
like
fun.
angry for 2 hours before the podcast, and then you're like, all right, let's shoot a podcast.
Yeah, so
Came in here, you can see the steam coming out of Jess's fucking ears.
it's not
like,
steam.
oh.
It's called focus.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because I
focus.
got to get it done, and
All
sometimes
right.
I got to yell at people in the process. It's part of the deal. It's called leadership. Anyway, point is this: a couple weeks ago, we were at the Fish concert in the parking lot there, which was wild. We had a great time. If you haven't checked that out, check out Fish Out of Water, last episode. Now we're here for the first, I think, ever Philly podcast bowl-off. Has this ever happened before?
No?
Yes, actually, I checked the stats, and there was a Philly podcast
to a
bowl-off back in
moderate start.
2021.
We'll
being
pretend
real?
that didn't exist. Was it at North Bowl?
What'd you go to Pro
It was,
Podcast
it was at
Reference?
South Bowl, actually.
It was at South Bowl? All
Owned
right.
by the same establishment, or
Well,
the same people.
We'll
Yeah,
call
man.
it the second Philly podcast.
I'm just
But
kidding, by the way.
It doesn't
You know
matter.
that.
The bottom line is this. The stars are out tonight for the first ever City Pigeons podcast bowl-off.
I just heard the first expletive from a bowler tonight.
Did
Shamus
you?
Clancy.
Shamus
just
Clancy.
released a fuck.
Oh, no. Okay, so, guys, bear with us. This is the first time we've done this. We think we've got a structure that'll work. We've got Fink right now. He did a little hip shake there, and he's bowling in the first game. So what we have to do here is we have to start
We're
by...
going to try and manage the play-by-play and regular just podcast talk.
Well, so we're gonna
it's
try
going to
to
be
do.
tough to do.
This reminds me of, and Fink would remember this. This reminds me of the Ballers Ball Invitational, where I
Absolutely.
tried to commentate a basketball tournament. Anyway, okay, so here's what we got to do. We got to start by talking about the teams, talking about the format, okay? Because right now we got the first game going on. We have two semifinal matchups. Right now, the team, and by the way, I know people were hoping to see the clash between Fink and Devan, as they were supposed to be on different teams. But we had a last-minute scratch. Zoe couldn't join us. Shout out, Zoe. We appreciate your willingness to do this, and we'll get you on the next one, I suppose. So we had
Had a family emergency.
family emergency.
Yeah,
Understand?
Thoughts and prayers.
We had to shuffle the teams, and to be honest with you, it might have worked out well because we've got Fink and Devan playing together on the same team.
Jamie
Now,
again.
Was that the
Jamie's-
first strike?
Jamie's
The
hot.
first
We got a
of
strike.
the,
We got a strike.
We should also tell people the participants. So
Well, that's what I'm doing, slowly but surely. So the first team is Fink and Devan. Obviously, Fink, most known for City Pigeons Podcast and being the most noteworthy reply guy maybe in the world. And then we've got his girlfriend, Devan, who is a bona fide media star here in Philadelphia. You might see her on WIP. You might see her on Fox. She's all over the place. And they're teaming up. And I suggested the name could be Beauty and the Beast. I don't know if they stuck with that. Do you like that, Meech? Is that a good name for them?
I mean, it's disrespectful.
Oh, here they
We're
go.
introducing the team.
I actually like
Yeah.
that. That's a
Can you
great
put the
name,
headphones
actually.
on? Can you put the headphones just so you can hear me?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
We got
how's it
two
going, buddy?
headphones.
Put the headphones
Get the little
on. This is a
So in case you guys
professional
missed
thing.
anything, your team's been named Beauty and the Beast.
Because I'm a beauty and she's a beast.
I'm not saying anything
Yeah,
about
Fink.
that.
I thought it was a disrespectful title, Fabi. Fink's a good-looking
He
dude.
is a good-looking
you
guy.
can't call him a
I
beast.
know. That's
I mean,
why I'm called the beauty.
Okay, relax.
Whoa. This could lead to more trouble than it
She's
is.
saying relax, but she was just telling me over there how good I looked.
Listen, Devan,
All
we
right.
know you put up with a lot with this guy. We don't know
I do.
how you do it, frankly. But thank you guys for participating in the Philly Podcast Bowl-Off. Dev, how would you rank yourself as a bowler? What should we know about you and how you bowl?
So, I would consider myself a fairly athletic person. I am absolutely terrible at bowling. It's always been my kryptonite. After weddings, with friends, it's not my game. It's not my game. So,
Yeah.
and I warned Eric of that before agreeing to do this event. So I'm so sorry
Yet.
that I'm
totally
disappointed.
Well, at first you weren't on my team, and then somebody ditched me.
But I'm glad because I actually
I'm
felt
glad
very
I'm
bad
here
for
because,
Jamie. When I was put with, I'm glad that I'm just with you. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I can be.
It's okay to let him down.
Right.
But did you see that Fink was on Twitter today telling people that they should be dressed for a funeral because everyone was going to kill everybody
Yeah,
tonight?
did you notice I didn't say anything back because I literally knew I couldn't talk any shit because I have
Okay.
nothing to back it up.
Okay,
I
so
have no
I'm
game.
not that
So-
far behind Jamie right
Now,
now.
so far, Aleko, if we look up at if we get our scoreboard here, in your game, we've got Shamus with a 13, Fink with the 17, Jamie with the 30.
The first strike of the
first
City
strike
Pigeons Bowl
of the-
goes to
Let's
Jamie.
talk about Jamie, because Jamie was on Twitter like, oh, I'm not that good of a bowler.
Okay.
I
And so-
think the Northeast
Yeah, like
guys
Jamie
are gonna be
literally
okay.
Even a
messaged
guy
me and
that's
was
not
like,
that
I'm
good at
really
bowling
not
can throw a
I'm not
strike.
good.
It's not a difficult
He has a
sport.
spare
Like,
and a
okay,
strike, and
okay.
he's waxing me right now.
Now
okay?
listen, I just want to make sure everyone understands what we're talking about. We've got Jamie Lynch.
That's a good shot, teammate. I still like it.
Jamie Lynch of 97.5 The Fanatic, also of the Daily Odds Pod, kind enough to join us, friend of the program, elite gentleman all around. And clearly, he's very good at bowling too, or at least it looks like early he is. We've got 10, what, they call them frames, right? 10 frames to see how he does. So,
What do you
Dev,
mean they call them frames? It's like going to a baseball game. You're like, they call these things innings, right?
listen, man, I went to a
Of
couple
course,
bowling
man.
parties in high school. That's about it. I don't know what you want
Hockey
from
game.
me.
Look, they call these
I
periods.
didn't know that they were called frames either.
Thanks, Dev.
So.
Notice that I'm not bowling tonight. I'm purely commentating.
You did it
baby.
right. You did it right.
That's how I
I'm
do it.
kinda
Did you never
jealous.
get invited to bowling parties when you were a kid?
Yeah, I sucked at all those. Okay, so Fink and Dev, thank you for joining us. We'll have you back. But we
Do
won't-
I have to go bowl again?
Yeah, you got it. It's your
Oh.
turn.
Let me go
Dev.
throw
Get
a
out
strike
there.
real quick. Hold on.
Okay, Meech is going to step out. So this is going to get tough
Gotta
for me,
throw a
guys,
strike.
because
You're gonna hit a strike.
everybody but me is bowling. And so here I am by myself trying to hold this show on course. We've got a variety of different people.
I got
Jamie,
$2 that Meech is not
can we
gonna
get
strike
Jamie
you.
and Shamus over here real quick?
This is going to get confusing, man. It's
All
like
right,
musical
so-
chairs out here.
So we've got the Goodheart bar, which is our standard location for Mark Goodheart. We've repurposed that into a team interview booth. And we have Shamus and Jamie stepping into the interview booth here.
Hello.
Jamie Lynch, who I've already introduced. Shamus Clancy of the Philly Voice. Am I
Hello.
getting that correct, Shamus?
PhillyVoice.com.
The preeminent Eagles reporter. You've been down at training camp, super official. Let's just
Nice.
talk about that real quick, Shamus. How's it been so far being down at camp?
I'd say the top 3 players in camp this year. Unsurprising choices, but stars are stars. A.J. Brown, best camp of any Eagle.
Love it.
Devontae Smith, number 2.
Wow.
And Dallas Goddard, number 3. I'd say
Really?
Jalen Hurts is right around there. Dallas Goddard.
Okay.
Beast mode. Beast mode.
Love it.
I think he firmly establishes himself as the unquestioned second best tight end in the NFL.
After
this year.
Kelsey.
After Kelsey. I don't think anyone's
On
close
that
to
note,
him.
All you
interesting.
fantasy fans out there, take note. Dallas
Related.
Goddard.
Waller in New York is interesting to me, right? Because that
Yeah.
guy's been a beast at times. And the fact that he's in New York, at first I was like, ugh, but, you know.
Just totally embarrassed myself out there.
What'd you do, Meech?
I think like a 6.
A 6?
3 each time. I got the right side and then I got the left side. I got to get in the middle.
You gotta get like Rocky. You gotta hit
Okay.
the one in the middle.
Shamus and Jamie, I assume you don't have a team name. We kind of slapped you guys together. I'll think about it as the show
Well,
goes
we are
on.
prepping
Shame and
LaSalle
Jane.
United here.
Shame and James
on
sounds like
one
a
team.
good.
Shame
We
and
call them
James.
school
James.
ties. How about
James.
school ties?
Yeah.
School ties. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Although Shaman James has a nice ring to it.
does.
Somebody online, by the way, said what? Shamus going to cruise, Jamie's going to lose?
That's what's in.
That was before we were in that.
That's well done.
We were enemies back
Killer
then.
cow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. All right. So, guys, thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
And we appreciate your
Thanks for
interview.
having
This is a lot of fun.
Come back and visit us. For
Will
now,
do.
though, focus in on the game. Let's
I'm
get
all
it
downhill
moving.
from here.
Eat some tots.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm up.
North Bowl's provided us with some nice tots and
All right,
wings.
Tom, get in
Phenomenal.
here.
Yeah, the wings were good.
answering the call.
Let's go. Okay, so Meech, I see that you have a 6. You're not up. Tom is up. Tom with a.
That was like a warm-up frame. I'm not settled in yet.
You're not settled in.
I'm going to get there.
All right.
See, I just got to aim. See, I tried to just toss it
There
hard
goes
there.
Shamus. That looks good.
I forgot when I
Bang!
Shamus with his
Bang.
strike. When I bowled my best when I was a kid, I used to aim for
He is
not
ready.
the pins, but the little arrows before the pins. That's what I got to start doing.
You're remembering the techniques of your childhood. That
I'm
is
going
great.
back
now
to Brunswick Lanes and Street Road when I was a kid.
Yeah, Meech representing Brunswick Lanes, deep from the Northeast. By the way, he wanted Fink and Meech were going to be together, and they were going to be named the Beasts of the Northeast, but we had to break them up.
Had
now,
some infighting last night. Oh, we
Oh
can't
shit!
have this. We can't
Everybody's
have
getting his
this.
strikes
damn.
now. Fink
Shamus
just got
rolls a
one.
strike. Fink rolls a strike.
Rock
Let's go.
picks up a spare.
Okay. All right. Now, Tom, I just had a feeling you, to me, are the guy who's like kind of good at everything, and it's annoying. I remember when you came to play football with us, and I was like, damn, he's like Johnny Utah. So I knew you'd be good at bowling, and you got 2 spares already, right?
Second,
do better?
Second throw, I can
That's
do a
my
little better.
teammate.
You can do better.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right. Now, we also need to talk about real quick. We have
Just get rid of
actually
these chairs.
Yeah, that's probably
these
a good
guys. That's fine. So Meech and Rodg are one half.
Jamie again. Damn.
I guess the City Pigeons are being represented by Meech and Rodg, and then Tom and Mark are kind of like the
FNGs.
You know what? You guys are representing the Half-Baked Ideas
Yeah,
Club.
correct. That's
Nobody
exactly
knows about
what it
that
is.
yet, but that's what you're representing.
what?
The
coming soon.
Half-Baked Ideas Club. It's a
All
whole
right,
thing.
all right,
You guys
all
don't know
To a
about
coop
it.
near you.
And I didn't point out, if you're watching on the video, we got cold, hard cash here, baby. Somebody put ones in here. I love that.
We should probably do a separate.
Uh-oh.
If
Jamie's
anybody
going
can
to
count, I
save
think
it.
that's about $118 total.
Well, not now, but we should probably do a separate pool for most
Mark, you got a
strikes
spare? Where to go?
out of a guy.
All right, so here's the deal.
Meech, I think you're up, bud.
My understanding is $20 a person is the wager, and winner takes all. Okay? Now, I'm no mathematician. What's that, $160?
Carry the one.
And then you got to split it, so it's $80.
Yeah.
It's a 4x return. Hey, I think it's great. Okay, so where
Who's
we're at
looking
right
good so far? Who do you like?
Well, I mean,
Tom's
Tom and his
throwing
two
up
spares.
numbers.
Tom
Tom is throwing up numbers.
But you know
I
what?
don't know. Jamie's
looking
looking real nice, buddy. I don't know what you're looking at.
Oh, Meech. Yeah, there you go.
So, I'm sure that people care about how everyone can bowl to a point.
Did Meech just get a strike?
But we will need to do some other things, gentlemen. We will need to do
I
some
don't
other.
fuck around, man. I told you I was gonna.
My boy.
I told you I was gonna pick it up.
Hell yeah.
You gotta aim
listen,
for the
Meech
aim
and
for the
Rodg.
arrows. I'm on
There
now.
you go,
Now I
Dev.
gotta aim
There
for
you
the
go.
little arrow.
We're very proud of you. Okay,
Listen.
but we are going to have to do some other things on this podcast besides talk about how people are bowling. Okay, so I want to start. Tom, can you hand me that box over there?
You brought us out into a competitive environment.
Okay, buddy.
Right.
So, I mean, what do you want us to do here? We're going to be talking shit. Oh, whoa. What is this?
This is really
So,
special.
What
I
is
mean,
this?
Guys, I don't know if you know this, but
It's really moved.
I'm super honored. I don't know if you've seen any of the videos online of the Eagles. They sent the Kelly Green jerseys out to a handful of select influencers.
And you got seeded.
And so I got mine. They were nice enough to include me.
Why is yours in a Skechers box, bro? You got the black box inside the Skechers box.
Look, okay, apparently they ran out of the cool black boxes and they sent mine in a Skechers box. And that's fine. You know, that's totally
I don't think I've
good.
ever seen a
That's
Skechers
totally
box in my
good.
life
That's
before.
great.
Totally good.
That's great.
So,
There's a
here it
receipt
is.
there, buddy.
And- no.
There's a
What's
receipt.
it?
No.
Pro Shop, $137.
No. This is from
So
the
wait, you
Eagles.
said they sent you that,
Yeah.
but there's a receipt in the box from the Eagles Pro Shop for $137.
I think there's a bag in there from the Eagles Pro Shop.
And it's in the Skechers box, by the way.
Did they charge your card that's on
Bottom
file?
line is, you got Jimmy Gurecki, you got Pat Gallen, you got Rob McElhaney, whoever else, and then you got Jesse Rendell, okay? So just know the Eagles care about me. Now, I want to move on to the...
These aren't just any Skechers, though. These
They're
are also the
slipping.
hands-free slippers.
Hands-free
I just want to
slipping
point
with the
those
air
out.
This is
cooled memory
not.
foam.
This is not the box that I got when I ordered my dad Skechers. That
Here
is
comes
not
Shamus.
what that
I
is.
feel he's gonna
okay.
save it.
So here's the
Tom,
deal.
you're up.
But guys, this brings me to something that I wanted to talk about on the episode, which is jersey selection for the Kelly Green. Now, we got Rock over here, clearly front running. The Hertz is so predictable. I mean, look, it's hard to hate because it's kind of bulletproof, you would think, for the next 10 years, although we thought that
And
with
also, it's
Carson.
sold out everywhere. Like the one you can't get is
Yeah.
Hertz.
He has a habit of getting jerseys from China, so I don't even know if that's real.
Where the hell that came from? I have a habit of getting jerseys
That's
from
where I
China.
just ordered mine.
Yeah, Jamie's
come on.
ordered his from DHL.
Jamie's in here.
First
Okay.
of all,
Jesse,
First of all, I don't
it's
have
sold
a
out in
Hertz jersey,
China,
so
too.
I went with Hertz.
Sold out in China
sorry.
too. All right, now Jamie, unlike you guys, is a legit media personality. So Jamie, I
Got
want
his
to know.
jerseys from China.
Number one, did you get a Kelly Green jersey yet?
I just ordered one from China.
Okay, cool. Well, it doesn't
hold on.
matter. Hold on. It doesn't matter where you got it from.
Yes.
The question
It
I
has
have
not
for you
arrived
is,
yet.
who did you get? Because this is a big decision.
So I've become a bigger man later in life. I was always a skinny guy my whole
So
life.
you went lineman.
So I went Jason Kelsey. It's good for life. Love him.
Now.
he's,
Yeah, see,
he's
I got a midnight green Kelsey.
Yeah.
So I felt I didn't want to get. And here was the thing. It's funny you said that. I went with Devontae Smith just because I love.
that
the
was
dude.
my second option.
But
Yeah.
he's so skinny.
Yeah,
I
Meech,
feel
that's gonna
like
look
me
ridiculous on you.
wearing it
I weighed
is
that
like a
too.
disrespectful to him.
Can I
you know
say-
what I mean?
wait, can I
But
say one thing?
I love him so much, and I wanna like rep.
that touches
Devontae?
on one of the.
It makes you
amazing
look
things.
skinnier.
No,
I don't think it's going to make
makes me look like a big fatty.
So, but what's
Is
so
the jersey
interesting to me
too small? Oh, shit.
about jersey selection is you do tend to get someone who's like you can identify
A
with.
little bit, yeah.
Although I will say I had Deshaun Jackson, who was not like me at all, because I just loved him, and
Yeah.
everything he was
You're not
about.
a Crip?
Yeah, I'm not a Crip. No, I'm not. I'm not in any gangs, if you can believe that. Okay, so I like that. You did it based on body type. And let me just say this. I have nothing against Kelsey. I have nothing against Hurts. But I got to say...
No, it sounds like you hate Kelsey and Hurts.
You went with like a flashy rando. I mean, look.
Rando? It's a third-year receiver. He's going to take the league by storm
I
this
need
year.
Jamie for this. Jamie's got to stay with me.
Can I be honest with you, though, Jesse?
Yeah.
For real. I'm going to divulge a secret of, like, me looking in the mirror. Last year, I bought a few jerseys. I was,
like
me.
You do.
I went down there. I didn't just
You're
buy
the guy
one.
that spent $5,000.
I bought a few.
Okay.
I returned a couple of them. But the ones with, like, the single digits or the more linear digits made me feel, like, tighter and more jacked. And, like, the big lineman numbers, I didn't think that they made me look as good. So I think there is something number. I think that the Devonta Smith jersey
will take
for Meech. 25 pounds off Meech.
Okay. I like it.
And here's the other thing that went into my decision. I don't think the Smith on the back. I love the midnight green jerseys. I still like them better than the Kelly green. Even watching seeing the new ones, I still
you like that too?
I like the detail, like the black on the slit. I think it's more detailed. I like it better than the Kelly green, but that's besides the point. I think the Smith number 6 in midnight green looks generic. The same way I kind of think the Hurts number 1 looks just generic. Like,
leave it to Meech to
like
go to the next level.
Like the Tony Danza jersey on a trash-picking, field goal kicking cover. It kind of looks just generic like that.
All right.
Okay.
A number like Smith on the back, but the Kelly Green one, the Devontae, it looks much cleaner.
Well,
that went into my decision.
We're going to a lot of levels of the
I did.
jersey
It's like,
selection
listen, I
process.
had to really think about this.
Okay,
it's a big purchase.
I agree with Meech. When you purchase a jersey, it's a big purchase, right? So I got this Hurts jersey because I don't have a Hurts jersey. That's bottom line why I didn't get it. I got it.
Well,
you know what I mean?
you're in the safe zone.
I
I'm
have the
proud of you.
Kelsey.
Okay.
I got the Randall. What?
Jesse, you
I
gonna
need
let Jamie
Jamie's
go?
reaction to this. Just give me a second, people. Okay.
Jamie, what did you order from China? You ordered the
Here's
Kelsey from China?
So
Kelsey,
the day I got my Kelly Green jersey, I was at Eagles training camp, and I'm sitting there thinking, there's a guy that plays for the Eagles that is by far the most underrated, unappreciated athlete in Philadelphia history. Okay, in my mind.
David Akers.
And as I thought about this, I said, maybe I got to get that guy's jersey. Now, it's not, in my mind, it's not a super sexy pick, and it wouldn't even have been in like my top 3 or 4 that I was thinking of getting. But as soon as I had that revelation about this guy being so underappreciated, how good he is, I decided if I was going to be a real Eagles fan, that I had to do the only thing that was right, and I got a Lane Johnson jersey.
That's
Because guess
strong.
what?
That's
Guess
strong.
what? Let me tell you. Jason Kelsey,
Hall
he's
of
got the
Famer.
podcast. He's the greatest center of all time. He's going to be, no doubt. Jordan Mailata, the guy can sing.
It's a great
He's 6'8",
pick,
he's
Jesse.
crazy. This is a real
Nobody's got
fan's
that.
decision.
Yeah, that's a
Okay,
good
I like that.
And
I like
you know
that.
what? You got to put your ego aside a little bit to get the Lane Johnson
So wait,
jersey.
so you're
and that's
saying-
what real fans do.
So you're saying that wasn't seeded, you purchased it.
I'm sorry, what?
You tell me that jersey
no,
was...
no. What I meant was I sent the Eagles social media team my preference, and they put this in my box for me.
I got you. That was
there you go.
my second.
Yo, you know
pick,
they didn't
for
they
sure.
didn't even sell
I'm
him
gonna throw a strike.
online.
That's strong.
That's good, right?
Yo,
Yeah.
they didn't even sell him online on the website that I can't stand and despise and hate.
Now,
You had,
related
you
note.
had the special order of Lane Johnson. You
Come on,
couldn't just
Seamus,
get
come on
it.
here. Seamus, I need your hot take on my decision-making process for my jersey.
I see
I
Tom
absolutely
coming in
love it.
hot. I'm gonna go over here
I
and show him
think there
some
are
stuff, all right?
3
Yeah, we
Eagles
can't lose this.
from the Super Bowl champs team that should have their numbers retired. Number 9, number 62, number 65. That's it.
But can we just say, like, Lane Johnson, and you would know this better than me because I don't know what's going on with all the teams. I mean, is he hands down the best tackle in football?
People will say Trent Williams, and I think
Not at this point.
No, they had the same Madden rating, so that's how the normies think.
Right, the normies. But you're a level above the normies, and what you know is one of the most legendary tackles in all of football. Maybe going to go down
That's off a spare, Rock.
best tackle in Eagles
on.
history.
I think
he's above Trey already.
he's going to
right?
end up being the best right tackle
Or John
ever,
Runyon.
and I think he unfairly got maligned early in his career when it came to Pro Bowl voting and All-Pro voting because there was a bias against right tackles, but in reality,
Right.
to protecting the quarterback on the end, I don't think there's a huge difference now between left tackle and right
Also, he
tackle.
was
You don't see leagues
defending
doing that.
Michael Vick.
Yeah.
So you flip it.
Yeah.
And by the way, let's be honest, the anxiety stuff, you know what I mean, might have come into play.
Yeah.
You got Jordan Mailata, who's singing like a freaking angel.
There you go, Dev.
Yeah. And then
Let's
you got
give it up
Lane
for Dev.
Johnson,
Hold
who's
on,
had
let's
some
go.
anxiety.
Advocate. I love it.
But honestly, a badass player. So I'm going to wear this with pride this year. I'm going to scoff at people like Rock and Meech who went with the predictable route. I'm going to give a nod to all my homies that got Johnson because we're keeping
I
it
got
real.
the number 2 wide receiver. Like,
Do you know when you're going to be able to wear that? One of the best times you'll ever be able to wear.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
telling you
weak,
right
man.
now.
For the Miami game?
No,
was counting on you
2031 WrestleMania main card. I think Lane Johnson, when he retires, will
you
immediately go into the WWE. That's
mean-
not insider info. That's not Philly Voice exclusive.
That's a
my
prediction.
Jason Kelsey's going to be, a podcaster, a radio host, FanDuel host, whatever. I bet Lane Johnson, when he's said and done, will
going
be a
wrestling.
WWE superstar.
Making my jersey
So I'm
selection
gonna have to
all the
carry this.
more legendary.
Probably.
Shamus, thank you. Hey, get out there. Good luck in the tournament. You got money on the line. This is not just for fun anymore, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I just
I
rolled
see
a
Meech
3.
out there.
I just rolled a frame of 3.
Okay.
A total of 3.
Now, Rock, real quick.
Yeah.
There was a story that was percolating the City Pigeons
Mark's
text
got
thread.
finesse. Got finesse.
That's my dog.
Now listen, tell me this story because there was a story that we had on the City Pigeons internal intel text line
Right,
about
right.
you rolling a perfect game. There was
did.
video of it. However,
Edit
then
that
you
in,
disclosed
Aleka.
that it was a 9 frames. So Aleka, we have footage of this that we're going to edit in and by the way, if you're watching this, just excuse the terrible video job that our friend the Birdman did.
All right, High Spot Lanes, Monday night, August 13th or something like that. Going for that perfect game. Hold on. Nice. 3 fucking hundo. This kid.
All right, Rock, can you explain that instance for us? Can you explain it?
So probably about I don't know how long ago it was. Probably at least 10 years ago. I was in a beer league, as you would say, right? Every time you got at least 9 pens down, it was considered a strike.
So I don't want to be too crazy, but there's a rumor going on that the Phillies are doing something pretty cool right now.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Wait, what's going
But
on?
we can't talk about it.
A pitcher for the Phillies is doing something really cool.
Haven't we been down this road before,
He
Mush?
just got through the 8th inning and he has 3 outs to go in the 9th. He has at 110 pitches.
Who is it? Who's pitching? I don't even know.
Lorenzo.
Oh, Lorenzen?
The guy
Oh
that we
my
just
God.
The guy
traded
they just
for.
got? No.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this is the downside of doing a podcast because we're not watching that
Meech
right
is
now.
holding
Can
it
someone
down
get
for
that
the
up?
fucking team.
Hey, Meech, can you figure out how to get the Phillies game somewhere? Like, we have to be able to see this. Okay. All right, so we're going to reset a little bit. Can you...
What are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about...
Before you tell that story, I realize sometimes I get into this and I just start rolling and I don't even think about what I'm doing. We got to give a huge shout out to our host tonight. We are podcasting from North Bowl, Philly.
Check out North Bowl, Philly,
Listen,
and South Bowl,
You guys
Philly.
see who just picked up that spare, right?
I saw that.
Did you
We
pick
saw
up
that.
spare? Listen, North Bowl Philly is a legendary anchor business in the Northern Liberties community. Dev,
Right in front of the camera.
hold up. Hey, Dev. Let go. Okay, let
She's
go.
videoing her man.
Yeah. Hey, way to back up, Fink. I'm going to start over on that. Listen, North Bowl Philly is one of the most legendary businesses in Northern Liberties, period. They're like an anchor of the community. They've been here for, I don't even know how long, but I've been to like engagement
I've
parties
been
here.
coming here since I was in college for
Yeah,
some
we've been
reason.
to birthday parties.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, shout out to those guys for having us come in and do this. I said, hey, there was an idea online to have a podcast bowl off. Are you guys down? They answered the call.
This
Was
place
with
is
the owner
great, man.
earlier.
They also have the South Bowl location, right?
Yeah.
And they got great food, great
Everybody
bowl,
knows
and all
if,
that
if
shit.
you're trying to bowl in Philly, you're going to South
I'm
Bowl
going to
or
go roll my
North Bowl.
frames and I'll come back and tell the rest of
All
the
right,
story.
do
All
that.
right,
Cool.
Now, Jesse, when you were young, did you go to bowling alleys and hang out? Or was
Somebody
that like-
dropped their balls on the
was that
ground.
like
Somebody's balls
non-existent?
fell on the ground.
You know, I went to bowling alleys mostly for events. You know, there was a lot of birthday parties. And by the way, Meech,
That's a strike.
When I grew up, first of all, my mom used to be in a bowling league on Fridays, right? It was Friday afternoon with her girlfriends because, you know, they were home doing nothing on Friday, so they will all be in a league. Well, So half the Fridays of the
Jamie
month,
has
I used to
slowed down.
pretend I was sick from school, and then end up going to bowling with my mom and eating French fries and bowling by myself.
And that's why you got so good.
No, I'm not good, but I was more into the French fries than the bowling. But the thing that I loved about the bowling was the ambiance, the video games.
Right.
Like it was just a
The
cool
smell.
place to hang.
Yeah.
The cigarettes.
The cigarette smell.
When I got older, that was what I was into: smoking cigarettes, playing video games, and just being debaucherous. So I would hang at the bowling alley all the friggin' time.
Okay.
Brunswick Lanes and Street Road was like the go-to spot. Everyone would meet there. We would get into some shit and then just head out from there.
Yeah, so I will say this. One of my number one associations with the Northeast is going to bowling parties, and there was a roller skating rink up there, wasn't there?
Palace roller skating on the boulevard.
So I used to go to birthday parties at the roller skating rink and the bowling alley. That was kind of my experience with bowling. I suck at bowling, hence me commentating. Now, we did just get the Phillies game on, so we're keeping an eye on that. Phillies are rocking and rolling. Couldn't be more excited. But I just wanted to go back and say, with North Bowl, it's important to know that North Bowl is a wonderful establishment for bowling, for drinking and socializing, but they also are making a name for themselves in terms of their food offerings.
Yeah,
I just heard that they won the Burger Brawl.
They did win the Burger Brawl. Bar in my neighborhood in the Northeast, Union Tap won it a couple times in a row, but they must have taken
Sounds
the
like
crown from
North
them.
Bowl unseated them.
Yeah, they must have unseated them.
And they have they've got a hot dog, like a tiger thing. All I know is they're well known for
the
the tots.
food's delicious.
Yeah, they're known for the tots, but they've got a lot of staple items. If you're doing a birthday party, a charity event, a wedding, you just want to come hang out, North Bowl is
open
still
frame?
kicking it here. Come down and check it out. Thank you, North Bowl, for having us. We appreciate you.
Mark's turn.
No, but it says you only got an 8, right?
Now let's get a quick guys. Let's get a quick recap of what's going on right now.
Right now we got Shamus.
We're halfway
and
through
Jamie
almost
at
halfway
buck
through.
21 against Fink and Dev at a combined 74.
Okay, so that game
we know
looks
where that
almost
one's
in
going.
hand.
It looks, just by a quick glance, Jamie is beating everyone's ass. Like he's just destroying everyone.
Jamie's locked in. I'm looking
He
at him
might
over there. He's locked in.
he might single-handedly win it for his team.
Jamie has an opportunity to create another kind of component to his legacy tonight by just dominating everyone.
James
in
has
this.
been playing a lot of golf, so I think bowling
Does
has
it
a lot
translate?
of relationship. Yeah, with golf. Like
You think it
It's all
translates?
about the stroke. You know what I mean? It's all about. I've been playing a lot of golf too, but I'm stinking, so maybe
I've
not.
heard
I
that
don't
your
know.
stroke is aggressive and like kind of hard. That's what I've heard. I don't know if
What?
that's true. That's just what I hear. That's what
Who
they're
told
saying
you?
on the
Well,
streets.
We're not gonna get into all that.
That's what they're saying
anyway,
on the streets.
So we got Jamie and Shamus looking like they're running away with this one, and then on lane 2 we got myself and Meech at a combined 105
Sharpshooter miss.
against Tom and Mark
What are they at? Oh no, we've got the dancing person. We can't see.
Yeah, we can't tell you.
Okay,
at a
you add that
combined.
up. That looks
That's
close.
a 113, but Meech has not rolled in this last frame.
So that's a close match.
That's
Now,
a close
keep in
matchup.
mind, everybody, this is the semifinal.
Guaranteeing a strike right
You're guaranteeing a strike. Let's go to Fink. He's guaranteeing a strike. Let's see how he does.
see.
Sets up, a little waggle. He's got the flamingo shirt, which is very useful. Shakes the rump, as you will. It looked like it got hung up. Bang! Oh! 9 out of 10 pins for Fink.
Shout
Not
out
a bad
Fink's
effort.
socks. Fink's got the
That's a
grease the
strike in his
poles,
world.
eagle socks.
Yup.
He's got the flamingo
He also
semi-bowling
has
shirt
the
on
shorts that he'll be wearing through the winter,
through the winter.
as we've discussed
From the
previously.
Northeast.
From the Northeast.
Really
On the
highlight those
podcast.
creamy
Hold
thighs.
on now. All right, now, Meech just bowled the final roll of this frame. So right now, Meech and I are at a combined
That's a tight one.
111 versus Tom and Mark's
That's tight.
combined
All right,
113.
so the bottom line is that's tight. That's going to come down to the end. Aleko, as you start to focus, let's focus more on that
No,
match.
that
The
was
other one
horrible,
looks
man.
like it's pretty much
It's all
wrapped
good. I
up.
had a bad one.
apologize.
Hey, listen.
I apologize to the viewing audience
We
for
all
that
had bad ones.
last frame.
Was that bad?
If I don't get any food in my belly in the next few minutes, I'm probably going to be
Your skill level's gonna go down?
Order up.
Going down
Okay.
pretty far.
Yo,
Now-
now,
Jesse,
That's okay.
I don't know if anyone cares, but through half the match, Tom and Goodheart 113, Rock and Meech 111.
We did just reference that, but thank you for the update.
Amazing.
It is a close match, yes, indeed. Now we're
Mark
watching.
needs to be
We're
fine.
watching the Phillies out of the corner
Oh,
of our eye
shit.
here. It's
Don't
7-0.
talk
All right,
about
we just
the
had Mark
Phillies.
with it. All
7-0.
right, Tom with the strike.
Now,
I got a match today.
all right, I'm going to take care of some additional business because Where's Fink? Fink! All right. Well, we have a new sponsor that we introduced last time, JBMP. Mark's kind of homies there that hooked us up. And we talked about last episode that we were going to get into what we're calling kind of the listing of the week. And it's basically a property that JBMP is featuring. And this week, and I've actually seen this one, Mark. I've looked at this. So they have a building called the Lenora. It's an apartment building. It's at 2636 East York Street, which isn't far from where I am every day in Fishtown at the Make the World Better offices. Okay? Now, this is right off 95, garage parking, move-in specials for leases that are signed before August 15th, developed by the Riverwards Group. It's top-of-the-line new construction apartments in Fishtown. I know that it's tough right now. I mean, there's a lot going on with apartments in Center City, but JBMP has got some of the best apartments that you could get. Fishtown's a wonderful area for people that are trying to get out and be social, youngsters, if you will. Mark, JBMP, the Lenora, what do you think?
Top of the line, move-in ready, gorgeous stuff. And they will hook it up. They'll negotiate a great lease for you, and they'll get you in there. You'll be comfortable.
Let's go.
You can actually see, there's a big Fishtown sign on the side of the building. You can see from 95. Right. And it's a gorgeous building.
Very cool.
It is, while, there's a lot of retread stuff going on, this is brand new. I'd live there.
I have seen that really cool Fishtown sign. So check out JBMP. It sounds like they got some sort of special offer if you move in by the 15th. It may include a live City Pigeons podcast at your new apartment. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We'll have to work that out with those guys. Thank you, JBMP. And also, A-Best Swag. Rocking the shirt right here. Alex Epstein, our boy, always hooking it up.
Also producer of the Schwarby t-shirt.
We do need to take a minute to talk about the Schwarby t-shirt. I don't know how you didn't bring them. I'm freaking upset about it. We had some we were going to give away. Meech forgot them. But if you haven't heard about this, Meech, can we talk about the evolution of the Schwarby shirt and what's been going on?
I was in your way, Shamus.
I mean, there wasn't much.
You should get a redo. I was in your way on that one. For the record, let the record show.
I was... a few.
Oh, there we go. Back-to-back
strike. A few weeks ago,
Oh.
before the Barbie movie came out, I was watching a Phillies game and just happened to make I think I tweeted it about making a Schwarby number 12
Fink.
T-shirt, and then I texted Alex from A-Best Swag. We had to get the shop together, and 2 weeks later, it was.
I hit up my freelance graphic designer who banged that Schwarby logo out.
It was perfect. It looked great.
If you haven't seen the Schwarby shirt, we'll edit that in right now. It is a beautiful pink shirt with the Barbie logo, but it says Schwarby, number 12. Devan Kaney actually has worn it. And
perfect for summer trips to the ballpark.
Just absolutely perfect. So, City Pigeons
Meech,
Pod.
have you
Let me go
seen
through
the
a
Barbie
strike real
movie?
quick.
I just want to know, Meech, did he go
Real
watch
quick,
the movie?
citypigeonspod.com. You can get the Schwarby shirt, and we have tie-dye City Pigeons shirts that are available now. The web store is live.
Who do we got up here pitching here?
Rob, we got our new pitcher, Lorenzen, is pitching, and apparently he's doing very well.
Lorenzo? You say Lorenzen?
Well, it's Lorenzen. And it's not surprising that you're not up on this. We just made a trade.
They just traded for this guy.
Yeah, his first start, he went 8 innings, okay? He went 8 innings deep in his first start. Ooh. He's incredible.
Okay.
Phillies are peaking.
Where'd they get this guy from?
They got this guy from... Wait, hey,
nobody
Jamie,
knows.
Where did Lorenzen come from? Why am I not remembering? Where did Lorenzen come from? Detroit, who was
Got him from the dig.
Selling their assets. He was selling their assets.
Anyway, yeah, I'm up on the Phillies. What's going on a little bit? Just a little bit.
The Phillies are hot right now, Rock.
I know.
And
we got the whole controversy with Trey Turner.
Yeah, you kind of knew about that.
Yeah, I know what's going on. Yeah, he. Meech with the.
Wow. Tell us what happened with Trey Turner.
Oh!
What happened with Trey Turner?
I know Trey Turner was in a little bit of a slump. Playing like
anyone
dog
knew
shit.
that.
Yeah,
Anyone
playing
knew
like
that.
dog shit. The fans got on him a little bit.
And then what?
Gave him a standing O.
Right.
Just to try to get his his confidence up. Then make sure we, let him know we have his back. All of a sudden the guy starts playing great again.
So you think the fans' positive attempt to help him out really changed? I mean, he's been on a tear ever since.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
And I got to give a shout out.
He threw the billboard up, thanking the fans, which was a nice touch. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's got his confidence back.
Listen, I got to give a shout out to WIP. I'm just going to be honest and keep it real. They basically, helped feed into that ovation thing. People did it. It affected him. He's had nothing but good games ever since.
If you're a pro baseball player,
Love
right?
the Fanatic too, though.
You come out one night, and the entire fan base is on your side. They're standing up, they're applauding you. That's going to make you feel some type of way. It's going to make you feel good.
It matters.
It's going to make you feel like you need to perform for these people, and he stepped up to the occasion.
Hold up. We got a no-hitter, baby.
No-hitter.
City Pigeons were on air for the no-hitter.
Bang.
His mom's going nuts.
Mom's
is going nuts.
Good stuff.
We might as well just forget about the bowling.
Trade deadline pickup ever.
We might have to forget about the bowling because Lorenzen
that was fire.
Just finished off a no-hitter after starting.
Yeah, his mom like she grew up in Delco. Look at
she
her.
does look like a Delco mom.
This is like, you remember we traded Cole Hamels after the no-hitter? We traded for this dude, and then he gets us a no-hitter.
Yeah.
I'm
I need to get... I see. The funny thing is, I see all of the media members are tweeting furiously. They have to. They absolutely have to.
Tweet.
There's nothing. Look at Shamus. He's like, what? Look at them. You've got to. What a special moment. Holy shit.
Unreal, man.
Listen, I want to say this.
You know what this means? I'm going to bowl a perfect game in the championship round.
Or at least bowl a no-hitter.
Unbelievable that we have a no-hitter. You know what I've realized, though, guys? Our bowling is taking too long. Guys, we got to move the bowling more quickly.
There you go.
We got to get to the championship.
Jess, come fill in for Dev while Dev is working.
Okay. So, unbelievable to have a Phillies no-hitter go down. And Meech, I knew, like, when Lorenzen got traded for and all the guys on the team were like...
You know, I didn't know this was a no-hitter until there was 2 strikes in the 9th inning. I go, is he throwing a complete game? He goes, yo, dude, it's a fucking no-hitter.
So Fink came on to the show and told us something special was happening at the Phillies game. I knew immediately what he was talking about.
And he didn't mush it this time.
And you ruined it last time by talking about how, somebody's throwing a no-hitter.
I ruined it. Yeah. It's my fucking fault.
Let's get immediate take on this. Jamie, what do you think about what you just saw from Lorenzen?
Pretty awesome, and I'm pretty butthurt that I'm not in the Diamond Club tonight because my brother-in-law and sister are. And I was supposed to be at the Rainout the other night, so this is kind of like trickle down, supposed to be a game I'm at. And I'm really jealous they got to see a no-hitter.
Jamie had the worst luck out of anyone I've ever seen the other night. First of all, if a Phillies game gets canceled, I don't think in my entire life I heard them say, okay, those tickets aren't valid ever again. In my entire life.
I think it was the first single admission doubleheader since 1949, somebody told me.
Is that because honestly, I'd never seen it before. Jamie, I don't mean to bust on him, but he had Diamond Club seats for the Tornado game. He drove down to the goddamn stadium and they canceled the game. And then he was like, all right, well, cool. I'll just watch both games from Diamond Club tomorrow.
He's got a doubleheader.
Whatever. And then they're like, okay, we're having a doubleheader tomorrow, but any ticket from yesterday is invalid and no one can ever use them again.
So wait, Jamie, how far did you have to come down?
Like, that's some bad luck shit.
Yeah, it's like a 45-minute drive, 50-minute drive.
Who gets gifted the Diamond Club 10-row ticket? Like, it's just such a rare occurrence, and to have it happen and then just have the game yanked from you.
I know. My sister and brother-in-law are sitting down there tonight. It's unbelievable.
Is brutal, no doubt about it.
This sounds great in the headphones, by the way, fellas. Sounds fantastic.
Home debut no-hitter. I mean, that guy's in heaven right now.
I didn't even think about it because so when they traded for this guy, and I heard
let me go throw a strike real quick.
My man.
I heard all the players talking about how much they love this guy, and I was just like this is going to be such a good addition to a team that already has such good chemistry. They know this guy. They like this guy. They're talking about how much of a beast he was. For him to come in, throw 8 innings on the road, and then come in and throw a freaking no-hitter in his home debut. I mean, guys, honestly, like I'm already planning with my wife. I'm like, listen, remember last year how crazy that was? Red October. We're running it back. You got to be ready.
We have to plant that seed now to start making sure.
Jess, you didn't even know where this guy came from, and you're a pro on this guy.
Rob, I'm more about the emotional stuff.
Meech needed that one. He didn't get it.
He was having a career year in Detroit.
Got the whole water on
so he's having a career year.
What they give up to get this guy? They give up some
prospects. Nothing you need to worry about.
Yeah, nothing to sweat.
Nothing.
And he's a meathead. He's like a musclehead. Very like.
No. He's almost like Ohtani. The guy can hit.
Yeah, he's done middle relief. He started. He's played outfield.
Let's talk about the Phillies are, they've been trending upward. They've been winning series. They look good. Adding him,
Rock, we're getting our ass kicked,
I just feel like
I'm coming up. I'm coming through.
Like gelling right now.
I'm gonna step away from the podcast for a while and
Turner,
focus on my bowling.
And all those guys talk about what a close-knit team and atmosphere it is.
I ain't worried about it.
It does feel like something's brewing again.
Doesn't it?
It does.
And
Stuff like this is not normal.
Not normal.
Like a home debut no-hitter, like that doesn't happen.
Yo, how are we in the same frame as you guys? We started like 10 minutes after you.
We're watching a no-hitter history happen, Meech.
You can't do that while throwing a ball against a...
Fink.
I have 2 strikes in a row. I don't know if you want to talk to me like that, okay?
Fink, do you remember, I talked a little bit about our sponsor from last week. I liked your jingle.
JPNB.
No, JBM.
JBNP.
No, using JBM. Yeah. All right. It wasn't as strong this week as last week, Fink. We need to work
Can I
on
get
that.
some shirts from
Yeah,
JBNP?
you want to hear my...
JBNP?
Go ahead, Meech.
You want to hear my off-the-cuff top 5 bowling moments in pop culture history?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
All right, we got to put...
Oh, nice.
I don't know what
pick.
order they
on
come
this.
in. The best is the movie Kingpin, period.
Obviously.
I mean, it was one of the funniest movies
Roy,
of the 90s.
is it safe to drink urine?
And yo, the funniest, I love Bill Murray, but he was only in the very beginning and the very end, and it was one of the funniest roles ever. How about when he was in the diner, and
I like how
within
Donut
30
did.
seconds, he said, like, give me a tab and Tanqueray, keep him coming because I got a long drive. He told the waitress to wash her perfume off.
Oh, yeah.
He told Woody Harrelson to go outside and eat his food. And he insulted the ladies when he said, hey. And the one girl says, hey. And he goes, no, not you.
So,
like within 30
I gotta
seconds.
say,
it was the most ignorant shit ever. It was fucking awesome.
In preparation for this episode, I watched the Bill Murray highlights from Kingpin. And it's 4 minutes of just absolute. It's so
just
good. He is
a
unbelievable.
masterclass
And by
of
the way,
comedy.
he did a lot of physical acting in that
Boom.
too.
Shut it down.
All right, so that's number
told
1.
him.
Let's go number 2. Let's keep it rolling.
Well,
over.
straight from that, I guess we got to do. I'm a huge Married with Children fan, so Al Bundy's my dude.
Fink's trying to make that
He
math
used to
work.
do. Remember, he had the thumb warmer, and he'd lean back and rub the ball and go, Steve Reich, after he throws it. Al Bundy's like
Legend.
the god. I guess you got to include who's that? Pete Weber. That whatever you think you are, I am.
No, it's like, who do you think you are?
whatever.
I am.
Yeah, that one's like classic.
My buddy Trevor showed that to me.
yeah.
I don't know where Trevor is. He said, have you seen this? And I said, he showed it to me. That guy's amazing.
I guess you got to throw Allen Iverson's brawl in a bowling alley. That's,
really?
Yeah, that's like a huge pop
Only
culture
Meech
moment.
would have Allen Iverson's bowling alley brawl
It
in
almost
his
ruined
top
his
5.
career. It almost
Beautiful.
derailed his entire basketball career.
Wasn't the first time.
I don't know what else
Meech,
is
you're
there.
up. You gotta finish eating
You remember
this
that
L.
dude? There was a dude on September 11th, 2001, who bowled a perfect game. It was a funny meme for a while, but I guess that guy's got to be up there. The bowling scene in Teen Wolf was kind of up there. I don't know if anyone else has
the
any.
bowling scene in
Yeah.
Teen Wolf.
You remember when
Trev, I just wanted you to know,
with the chick
this
and
is
he
my
throws-
buddy Trevor. He is one of these people who's always down. We spent the weekend working on a portion of the stage that we're building for the Coop, the City Pigeons HQ, and he helped me load the bar. And I mean, I don't know where to even begin. I want you to know, we just talked about the guy who did the Whoever You Think You Are, I Am. So can you talk about how you turned me on to that a little bit?
Sorry.
Whoever you think you are.
Oh, the bowling guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's just one of those things. I think I've just heard it like on the radio and everything like that
Right.
a couple of times. But every time I'm like getting all hyped up about something, I'm like, that's right. Who do you think you are? I am.
I love it.
I just feel like it's like the best thing ever to hit with somebody with, where they don't know what they're even talking about, but if they know the clip, they think it's like the funniest thing of all time.
Now, let's get into the little, I don't want to say behind the scenes, but the personal life. We went to the Queens of the Stone Age. Some reason I would say
Yeah.
Stone about. Trevor and I went to the Queens of the Stone Age concert last night. The man.
We're doing pretty good,
ridiculous
making it
tickets.
back-to-back
Thanks to
nights.
Mark Goodheart.
Thank you, Mark.
What do you think about that show, Trev? To me, I looked at you at one point. I said, "This is real rock shit. Like that was real face melting rock and roll shit." That's what we saw.
Last song of the night, I hopped a barrier, jumped on some people's shoulders, lifted a lot
Oh
of
my
people
God.
up for crowd
Luckily,
surfing.
I don't think your wife watches this podcast either. My man broke his arm on a snowboarding trip a couple years ago, and he's like, earlier in the day, we're talking about playing football. He goes, I'm never going to play football again because, it's a bad idea. Next thing you know, we're standing there. He jumps over the barrier and it's like trying to crowd surf, jump on people.
You get hyped and you kind of just get caught up in the moment, right? Like, what else are we going to do? You kind of feel it coursing through the veins there.
Also,
can't just
great
sit there
job.
in a chair.
He wore the Phillies hat tonight. It's gotta feel good.
I forgot to mention the Big Lebowski. That was a pretty iconic.
You guys should be drinking White Russians while you're here.
That's not a bad idea. All right, Trev, thanks, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
We
Thanks
appreciate
for
it.
Pigeons for everything. Thanks again, Mark.
Also, wait, Trev, stay for 1 second. I want to tell one quick story. Trevor and I have a personal anecdote that relates to the Phillies in the World Series.
I love it.
Last year, we went to the World Series together.
As we did.
Me, Trevor, his brother, and my son. We have great seats behind the Phillies dugout. We are in the back when the left-handed hitters hit. We're on the camera.
This is NLCS, to be clear.
Okay,
NLCS. When I went to the World Series, Meech was there.
That was our bowling lives right there.
Okay, so this is the Bat Slam game, right? The Bat Slam game.
Yeah, Reese.
Shout out on the City Pigeons t-shirt, baby. Love the shirt. Let's go. Okay, so we're at the NLCS. Long story short, it's the Bat Slam game. There's a guy in front of us that has a sign that says,
"Hit that John."
Hit that John. Now, you probably saw that. It was memorialized in a very special moment. Guy showing the Hit That John sign
would've loved it.
with Trevor in the back, and there's a story behind that. Reese Hoskins, hits the Bat Slam homer, at which point they took Strider out of the game.
Yeah.
Right? And
Pitching change,
my
that's right.
son was like, I want popcorn. And I was like, we got time. Pitching change. It's going to be fun.
There you go, Finky.
We bolt up to the concourse. This is such a violation. Bolt up to the concourse. Next thing I know, I hear everyone screaming, Bryce Harper hit a home run.
All right,
and
Mark.
as he's coming off the field, he points to the guy with the Hit That John sign. Trevor's in the
I
background.
think he was pointing at me. I'm a pretty tall dude, and I was definitely giving it to him a little bit.
It's like in the paper, and I am not in the picture because I went to get my son popcorn because I'm a good dad. What are you
That's
gonna
the
do?
thing. I mean,
I'm a good dad.
you are
I'm
a
good dad.
fantastic dad. You're a fantastic friend for getting me in there, and
Thank you.
I'm sorry that you
Hey.
weren't there for
Yeah,
that.
way to
memory.
use-
Scratch
to
each
throw
other's
Dean
backs.
under the bus for
We
no
scratch
reason.
each other's backs. Dino,
Plenty of
it's
things.
fine. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so here's the thing: our bowling
we
timing
were.
is a little off.
We were. It's been over, though.
I don't like it.
Meech, what's
Yeah, I
going on?
like
You
to
guys
see
getting
that.
your ass kicked?
This is my
They
fault,
don't like
man.
the
This is
L's,
all
that's
my
all.
fault.
Tom,
They just
can you
keep
talk
gobble,
a little
gobble,
bit?
gobble, gobble,
Tom,
gobble.
can we get a quick update on your match? You and Mark against Rock and Meech.
We're
What's the
getting
latest?
waxed. Clearly.
What
Wow.
match?
224 to
Yo, if it was a
168.
fight, they would have stopped it, though.
Damn! After your near perfect game bullshit
Well,
round,
listen,
that
you
you
know
had.
what? That was
teammate
about
right
10
there.
years ago.
Oh,
I haven't picked
shit.
up many bowling balls since then. But you know what? There's always that last frame. I can go fucking straight turkey in that last frame.
Now-
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Now Fink is putting up a valiant effort here, but I don't think it's going to be enough to match Shamus and Jamie, Shame and Jame, who are going to be moving on, I think. Now.
Uh-oh.
Fink with a late strike. He might just be hitting his stride,
Uh-oh.
folks, and that could be scary. That could be real scary for everybody. Okay, so we're getting close to the culmination of the semifinal matches, and then we're going to be moving straight into the final. We might be here all night. That's okay. Aleko, you got nowhere to be, right, buddy? All right, cool. Sounds good. This is going to be good. And we got a Phillies no-hitter that happened in the background. There's just too much joy. It's too much joy for me to
Is that
even
for the turkey?
handle.
Nah, what a...
Now, let's get into...
He needed that, too. He needed it.
I want to get into a topic. James, you
up?
can hear
What's
me,
up?
right,
What's up?
buddy?
What's up?
Shamus, can you hear me out there a little bit? Okay. All right, here's the deal. I want to get into a topic where now we've got the no-hitter, but over the weekend we had the Trey Turner Love Fest. We had the Eagles Open Practice Love Fest, and it was just like coming out of the weekend. Everybody's talking about how great the fan base is.
You both go in the third.
It feels a little like unfamiliar territory to me. Meech, are you uncomfortable at all with how... And by the way, we got to acknowledge, Meech came out hard against the standing O. Meech, I want you to own that real quick.
Yeah, because it was corny as shit, man.
Ooh.
Listen, we don't have to coddle a three. You might have to do that with a rookie who's trying to find his way and he can't make it in Philadelphia. Dude, this guy was a star in L.A. Like, he knows pressure. He knows how to handle it.
Right.
We don't have
Okay.
to coddle this
So
dude.
you didn't like it in
I didn't
theory.
like it, but
However,
it worked. It somehow fucking worked.
And you
I whatever.
admitted that it was one of the best Phillies moments of the season by far.
It was by
Maybe
far the best Phillies moment
It's
of the
best.
season.
And what
It was
I thought
cool
was
as shit.
What's great about Twitter?
Hold on. You don't think that? Sorry to interrupt you. You don't think there was some sarcasm in it that was a bit patronizing
That's
when
why
it started?
I didn't like it. Because
then it worked
if I
out.
was making $300 million a year and guys were cheering me on because I sucked, I'd be like, these guys are just being
Okay.
assholes to me.
I'll tell you what.
But
I
it
actually
worked.
don't think that's the
Whatever.
case because I am very familiar with the sarcastic clap. Like when Ben Simmons makes a free throw, sarcastic clap. This was different. They were genuinely trying to get this guy turned around, and it worked. And here's one of the great things about Twitter.
I agree with
I want to give Jamie a shout. He advocated that on his podcast about 2 weeks before everyone else did. He's like,
Jamie,
we got him for 11 years.
The reports are you started the Standing O. Can you come in here? So reports are that on the Daily Odds pod weeks ago, you suggested...
No, it was actually on the Fanatic.
Yeah, it was on the Fanatic.
I was filling in for Anthony like 3 weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? I was like, let's go Costanza opposite day. He's here for 11 more years. Like, let's give the guy a hug.
Wow.
And everybody I worked with was like, nah, it's not going to happen. And I was like, come on, we can do this.
Listen, I'm just going to be honest. I got to be objective as a journalist, as a media member. You just said that maybe the ovation started on the Fanatic. Maybe WIP took it up. I don't know. That's
salacious.
I'm just putting that out into the air.
That could happen?
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
that started right here.
Yeah. I did my opening of the show one day, and I was like, screw it. Let's go. Let's give the guy a hug. Let's try this. And Ray Dunn, who was working with us, was at the game that night, and he said he saw 2 people stand up and try.
Hey, they tried on your behalf. That's your reach.
2 of my 12 listeners. I gave it a go.
But listen to this.
I don't mean to be like teasing future things, but in 2 weeks on our show, we can actually cross-check that with Anthony Gargano because he's going to be on the show.
Yeah,
we got Cuz coming into the coop. That's going to be a wonderful moment. Thank you for pointing that out.
I might just come and drink and tailgate.
You should come. I don't know if you know this. We got a coop.
Oh yeah.
We got a pigeon coop.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great. You're going to love it. You should. You're going to come on like every other week.
Yeah. All right.
It's going to be fun. Yeah. It's going to be fun. No, but I think it's interesting. The whole Trey Turner thing. There's something there that I thought was particularly interesting because Trey Turner is a guy who's like, I don't want to call him Utley, because he's not like as hardcore as Chase Utley, but he's, he does his job. He works hard. We never got on him, right? And like, it's interesting when you look at the fan base because there's other guys that we would absolutely have buried.
Oh yeah.
But we kind of respected him and for who he was, and then we give him the ovation. Of course.
I think he's genuine. Like when you see a Philadelphian athlete going through it, you can kind of sense it, and he was saying all the right things, and he was just like admitting that he sucked right now. He's trying to work his way out of it, and when you do that and you're real, people sense it,
Yeah.
It's also my turn to bowl, so I can say this and then leave and not feel the repercussions, but it's because Trey Turner's white and Chase Utley are white, and that's why the fan base gives them more support than hate. I'm just saying.
Wow. Didn't see that coming.
Wow,
He's only trying to start shit. And Rock wasn't even here to hear that.
I'm not even saying anything, but Hugh Douglas had a tweet out after about it. Joel Embiid,
he said that?
They both said something. They were like, let me look at something.
Oh, my.
Yeah, what did Embiid tweet? LOL or something?
Yeah. And then and then after like 5 minutes after that, he goes, they finally got it right.
That's
I know
deep.
he wasn't talking about soccer. He
That's
wasn't
deep.
act like he doesn't talk about that. But
Okay,
he knows
Tom,
what he's talking about.
you're supposed to be the coordinator of the bowling activities. We got to get this final going.
Hold on.
I got to go concentrate.
We got some bowling.
Jamie by 7, and
yeah, we can. If Meech throws a turkey, I think we tied up.
All right, they need Meech to throw a turkey.
Jamie and Shamus advanced by 8 freaking pins. 8 pins.
8 pins.
8 pins.
All right, so we're
Jamie's a cheater.
Here's
too.
what we know.
Yeah, he was on Twitter all week like, I'm not that good. I never bowled before. He came in here.
A 141's not that good.
Meanwhile,
Tom won the first round.
Second highest score.
142, Tom. Yeah, I was right on his heels.
We got Meech right. We need the camera on Meech, Aleka.
Here he goes to save the team. Does he have a chance? No, he's too far outside.
Can I say one more thing about Trey Turner that's not as controversial?
Into the microphone you can.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Big money game coming up.
The one thing I did like about the fans cheering for him is it was almost like we were trolling the national media in a sense because they just all took the bait and they're like, this is so un-Philadelphia to cheer for the struggling star. But the reality is, if you really know Philly fans, and it's, I actually think at the origin of the City Pigeons podcast, it was to get into the mindset of the Philly fan.
That's right.
I actually think our mindset, if you really know us, is to respect and honor and cheer for our guys. And if you're one of us, you're one of us. And I think this was a moment where we're saying, you know what, Trey Turner, you're one of us. To Jamie's point, you're one of us for a long time.
No, and I'll tell you why
So
you're
if
wrong.
you want, I'm going to be a guy on the other side.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
with
the
you.
ovation sucked, and not just that.
I grew to hate it.
Here's the thing: it was that, like, it got so much steam offline and stuff like that. It was like a forced thing. Like
Yeah.
the Alec Bone thing, like it just happened. Like this was like we are all going to stand up at the game. We're going to give him a standing ovation.
It's like the
and
wave.
Everyone bought it. Everyone bought in. They're like, oh, we're going to give this guy a standing ovation. Like, hey. Maybe it
hold
worked,
up.
maybe it didn't.
Here's where I'm.
What about his
You
thank you
Jesse?
billboards?
Hold on. I have nothing else to say. The thank you
Listen,
billboards were by the Phillies. Not Trey Turner.
Here's where
It's
I'm
so
pushing back.
typical, though, the thank you billboards. Come up with something new.
Mark, here's where I'm pushing back. You say it's like us to, back our guy. No,
You gotta call it.
We have our guys that we like. The Utleys and what have you. And then we have guys that we don't like Jimmy Rollins.
Bobby Abreu.
Right, when we see them not hustle, it's not a uniform thing across the board. I'm sorry. That's not the way it is.
Ryan Howard, throw him in too. And back to my original point, another mic drop.
He's
Ryan Howard.
wait.
I think underappreciated.
I think that's it. That's a wrap.
First
I think-
round
I
is
think-
over.
I
First
think that
round
is-
is over.
It was
Okay.
I think it was a one and done round. I think in the first
All right,
edition.
real quick, can we get a recap?
And I'm not saying that because
Can we get a recap
I
on
have
what happened in the first
best
round from
score.
you?
The recap in the first round?
Yes.
Jamie and I came down unknowingly.
142, 141.
to vote,
You
yeah,
win.
Down to the last throw. We'll have to get that clip and make
But
sure we get that out.
Can you tell me, I'm happy for you and your individual accolades, but I was hoping for a recap on the matches and to
That was
tee up
fucked
what's
up.
going on in the final.
Tom's riding high
If
right
I could
now.
hit a spare, I would have smoked these guys by about 75 pins.
By the way, guys, I'm no bowling expert. Is 141 something to get excited
No,
about?
not really.
I don't think so.
142 is.
What did you get, Tom?
142 is.
You got
142.
142? Tom is out here acting like he's freaking, rolling a perfect game. Like, by the way, did you notice we have the 300 club back here? You're acting like your
put
name
both of us together,
should be
we're
on the
almost there.
wall.
My name's going to be on here by the
No
end of the
chance.
night.
And Rock, your bullshit perfect game is not going on the wall here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well,
okay.
whatever.
Only
we are
9
we
people
are running
in the
up
history
against
of this
it here.
place?
We're not running up against anything, Tom. We're not running up against anything.
All right, then here we
Okay,
go. All
So
right.
here's the deal.
On to the final.
The final, folks, for those of you who are locked into the Philly Podcast Bowl-Off, is going to be Shame and Jame, Shamus,
School ties.
Clancy, and Jamie Lynch versus
You guys all prep
Tom
boys?
and Mark.
I'd like to
I'm
talk
a
to
little sour
whoever
guy.
set the teams and the matchups.
You were so excited to be on Meech's team.
I wanted to just sit here and talk, to be honest with you. That was my fault.
Oh, you got sucked into this. Then you promptly sent the video of your perfect game to
Yes,
the text chain.
yes,
You're
I
so
did.
full of shit, dude.
I am. I'm not gonna lie, I am. I underperformed that round.
Now that
I'm
I
not
got Jamie, are you gonna set that up? You got to get that set up. Okay, Jamie, I want to
He's
ask
just
you
working
something.
on it. He's working on it.
So we've got a love fest going on with the Phillies.
Yeah.
Love fest with the Eagles.
This is the longest podcast ever. by the way.
Open practice. Right?
Yeah,
They have
52,000.
Yeah, waiting for the Kelly Green jerseys, like all sorts of
Wow.
stuff. Our fan base is peaking. But over here on the side, you got the Sixers. I just saw a
time comes
report.
out.
I just saw a report today that
True
said
time
Joel
comes out.
Embiid is, heavily involved with the program. Like, well, how do we feel about the Sixers right now? Because, we weren't exactly all lovey-dovey with them when they blew it.
It's really kind of a shitty situation because once a player asks out, I feel like the vibes are just off. The only thing that's giving me mild optimism is Nick Nurse. I'm intrigued by what he can do.
That's the only chance for things to be different.
Yeah, but James Harden and him are like oil and water.
Can I tell you? So I was having an email thread with a Sixers salesperson, and they had sent me an email, and it said, "We're so excited to see what Coach Nick Nurse can do." That's all there is.
Yeah,
that's all there is.
That's the only thing that's really different. I mean,
damn.
It's they're probably going to be a top 4 team in the East again, but
does that even matter?
No,
it doesn't matter.
Not really.
I'm not even excited for the regular season right now. What does it matter?
It hasn't mattered in a long time.
You get to the playoffs and you flame
I just hope it turns into the James Harden revenge tour. You know what I mean? Nobody wanted him.
Well, I guess if you were trying to spin it, he's got to play for another contract.
Right.
So the motivation is the bag.
You think he's going to be playing in a Sixers uniform this year?
I don't think there's any
I don't
alternative.
think so.
I think he's going to be traded before that.
I don't think they're going to get anything for him. And
Fink, the consolation bracket. Hold on. Fink, you got to go to the consolation bracket. You're up, buddy.
Oh shit! By the way, I was not an advocate of the consolation game.
Jamie, a strike.
I don't love those.
I'm going to bowl a strike here for you.
All right, nice.
Do it, Fink. Do we have participation trophies for Fink and Devan? and Rock and Meech. How salty. Hey, this is the battle for the Northeast, baby. Yeah. Let's go. The battle for the Northeast.
The great Northeast.
By the way, can I say something that's funny? Every time Devan's around and we talk about the Northeast, she quickly distances herself from it.
She's a
like,
Doco
no,
girl, right?
Well, she's from the main line.
Oh, she's mainline.
Yeah, so it's polar opposites.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, just gives me more love for Devan, that she can embrace somebody so different. I mean, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. All right, so we're going to keep our eyes peeled.
I have a question. I'm not an advocate. I'm not really a bowler. Do a cumulative score for the first 2 rounds? Because that's what I was told. You add your first round and your second round together.
Hell no. That is some self-serving ass shit.
I was just told that.
I was like, no.
I did not seek that out.
It's a cumulative all night long.
Yeah, that's like saying, oh, when you make it to the second round of the playoffs, you're the Phillies, you know, the runs you scored. No, it doesn't work like that. This is fresh, baby. So we got Tom and Mark, who are the Half-Baked Ideas Club.
Sorry.
Shame and Jame. And so far, Jamie opens up with the spare. This is interesting. We seem to have some quality bowlers here. What do you think, Meech?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the standouts are obviously Tom, Jamie, Shamus, not me. Fink's been bowling well.
Yeah, you didn't really represent Thunderbird all that well, but it's okay because you know what?
No,
bowling is
Fink's
about
Thunderbird. I'm Brunswick,
Oh, you're
but
Brunswick.
I was never really a bowler, man.
Yeah. You're more of an intellectual.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm not that either.
Are. You're pensive.
But listen, you should be able to throw a goddamn ball really hard down the middle, and I just can't. I just can't hit that middle pin, man.
Hey, Rock, you're up in the third place game?
Where?
Yeah, consolation game over on this
Rock,
side.
we got your participation trophy, buddy. All right. Good luck.
So hey, Jesse, my name's Eric.
Go
Fink.
fuck yourself, Jess.
I'm
Nice.
having a good time
The
here
eyes
tonight.
The eyes are.
I thank you guys for inviting me. This was a great time. Other than Meech, fuck him. Excuse my language. Oh my God, my mom listens to this sometimes.
You don't mean that.
Patty listens sometimes.
Okay, Fink. By the way, I want to put another call out to people who are listening or watching. We still need a carpenter to help us make the Fink tank.
Will someone build me a goddamn tank?
Now, I will say, I've been on Facebook Marketplace a lot because I'm looking for some furniture for the coop, and I've seen you can buy fish tanks. So I'm thinking, should we get a fish tank and put it behind you?
Shame that didn't work. I saw that, Rock.
I want to be in it.
Shame that didn't work. I saw it.
I think the only way we can do that is if we get a dunk tank.
All right.
Does that sound good? And we can dunk you.
this
when you have
mirror
a
here?
bad tape.
I'm in.
Can anyone name a professional bowler?
Earl McCracken?
Bigger and can you?
No.
Did you think anyone would be able to?
I didn't know, so I was thinking about the question.
No.
Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul is a professional at this point, isn't he? I always see
Is
Chris
he?
Paul throwing bowling balls
No one?
around.
Now, while I look over at you and I notice that you're parked behind the Goodheart bar, it reminds me that I think the Goodheart bar is still a sponsor of the City Pigeons Podcast in some respect.
Yes. I saw that shit.
And just wanted to give a shout out to you and the work that you do for the good people of Philadelphia, representing them in various matters. So be serious. You're very competent. I know this for a fact, even though you've represented the likes of Eric Fink and Mike Meech in a total conflict against the City Pigeons, but it doesn't matter. I know that the work you do for people, you know, is meaningful. And I want to give you an opportunity to talk about that since we have plenty of time.
And since it's his turn,
This
you're
is your
keeping the
chance
game moving.
for the commercial.
Oh, there's my time to bowl.
Well, it's commercial or bowl,
Well,
man.
I'm going to roll one in both directions. No, it is very serious, and I agree with you, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity.
Mark, you're up.
I'm up. The work.
Talk about what you do, Mark.
No, the work we do is important. We sincerely and compassionately help people who are injured, and it's comprehensive. We help them try and fix their lives the best they can, and we help businesses try and stay on the right track. We give counsel. I look at myself as a counselor, not
You
just
are a
an attorney. So
You're a counselor for this.
Advice across
some
all
respects.
spectrums.
Yeah. Well, I think the funny
but
thing
I
is-
appreciate you. We have a lot of fun here.
Yeah.
But
It's serious.
you are correct. The work I do is serious, and I take it seriously. It doesn't mean you can't have a good time,
No.
but when it's time to work, it's
But
time
you
to work.
want a real person working for you, and that's who you are. And I will say this. When you think about personal injury, you hear all these ads, and you think like it's all some sort of racket, but the truth is, a lot of people have serious matters they need professional help with. That's why there's so many firms. You know what I mean? I might get injured doing this and have to sue myself.
I'm not gonna lie, my hip is hurting right now, and I think I slipped on a tear tie or something.
Maybe it's good you're missing the basketball game that you bitched to me about missing.
Rock, you could hop in for Mark here.
Be good.
Aleko, get this.
Aleko. This is where he puts up or shuts up.
He's calling his shot.
He puts up or shuts up. I see Mrs. Henneman is in the mix out here. How about that?
She has actually been putting spin on the ball, believe it or not.
Has she?
Yeah.
Tom, no spin. And that's why it's not great. Oh, here's the spin. Let's see. Starts it right. Oh, and see, that's why you can only get 9.
Yeah, that's why he bowls a perfect game in his other league, because he can knock 9 pins down.
Aleko, maybe you can get Miss Henneman's spin. We can compare spin. What do you
let's
think?
get some footage of Mrs. Henneman. I think it would be Mrs., right? Called her Miss.
Details.
All right, Mrs. Henneman. Jess. Let's see it. Is that there? Is that? That is a spin. Oh, wait. Oh, she's as good as Rock with the 9-piece.
What'd I tell you?
All right, so we are now getting into the climactic moments of the final of the Philly Podcast Bowl-Off.
Are we allowed to talk smack, or is this like all friendly between the podcast?
I mean, at this point, it's talking shit. That's what I would imagine.
Damn,
I just want to say, no, I'm sort of talking shit on us, Tom. Tom, we have someone on the other team who just rolled 4 Gs in a row. Like, if we can't win, we're horrible.
All right.
Well, that was real.
I think we got it, though. I think we got it.
Uh-oh. They're fighting. Oh, my God. So Fink and Meech, the tension is finally boiled over.
Yo, Mark.
They were teammates at one point.
Meech is on steroids.
Meech is on steroids, according to Fink. Let's see it. Meech with his technique of
Yeah, there's a lot of shit
yeah,
going on
baby.
I think we know
Just roll it hard. Just roll it hard, baby.
Whatever you see, that's like.
Let's go. All right.
It's a lot of activity.
God damn, that felt good.
Actually, Mark, I'm gonna edit that in.
I don't know,
I'm gonna
bro.
edit that part in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna edit that in.
I thought you had to be right up on the mic to be heard.
Aleko, did you get that strike?
Oh, shit.
Oh, hell yeah, you got that.
Hey, Aleko.
That was a fucking monster shot.
That was a dog.
It's like hard knocks over here. Nobody knows who's mic'd up.
All right, Jamie, you are looking pretty good here. How do you feel? You've got 2 frames left. You have the highest score. You're on a course for the MVP trophy of the first Philly Podcast Bowl-Off. How does it feel? Do you feel confident, or you don't want to jinx it?
I got to have a strong final set. These guys are both kind of in the zone here a little bit. So
what's a set? Is that one
or a frame? I'm sorry,
I don't
set.
know.
One frame.
I got chastised for
Maybe I merged into tennis talk there. I don't know. I got to have a strong frame coming up.
Yeah. Well,
they're hitting their stride a little bit.
Yeah, I guess Mark has all of a sudden become a factor here. Now that you're in the the climactic moment of the final match, can you set the scene? Where are we at here? I can't do this bowling math.
It's gotta be thin.
He's putting his ball on the ground, folks.
What are you doing, Mark?
What is going on here?
Yeah.
All right, so I just want to ask my brethren a question.
Yeah.
I've got 1 frame to go against Jamie Lynch. I'm down 4 pins. What do you think the outcome is, Rock?
He's got to go too, right?
Yeah.
But Tom's up one.
Tom's up.
No, I'm talking about the golden
Individual.
palm. The golden palm, the top bowler in the final round.
Man, that's a tough one.
I'm going
Jamie. I'm going Mark, actually. I'm going
You have
Mark.
to go with total score. There's no
Nah,
other.
right?
No. It's individual.
Tell him, Meech.
Individual
No,
accolade.
Mark
Tell
is
him,
up.
Meech,
Mark is up
cumulative.
5 strokes here. Or
No, I'm
five,
down
whatever.
4.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Oh, in that case, I'm going
Rock,
Jamie.
Mark, you're up. Go.
You're up. God almighty. They're going to shut this place before we're done.
Where's Rudy at? We need to make sure
You got
Rudy's
this,
around
kid.
to
You
take
got
care of
this.
a room for us.
I believe in you.
This is just
I believe
fake
in
for
you.
the thing. You put that 100 up, didn't you? Yeah. Well, put it in
Here
your
he goes.
pocket.
Here he goes.
Everything's going to be Venmo.
And
No, I need it.
Oh, look at the man.
there's
Look
one.
at him.
Guys, it's for the show. Yeah, we did it back.
We already had it out.
To the winner. We're going to give it to the winner. Jamie looking a little bit stressed out by the fact that Mark gets the strike on the 10th frame.
Put in the pressure.
Now, let's see. Mark
Action on that?
trying to follow up the strike. This is where it gets
Double
tough
X
because you got to keep it going as long as possible. That looks pretty good. Oh! Now, if he gets the spare, he gets to keep going, right? Oh, see, this is, I don't know these stupid.
Well, listen, the good thing is we've been here so long, we're going to be able to catch a Women's World Cup game here like any minute here.
Yeah, is that starting? Oh, they didn't.
Yeah, we're playing more games after this is over.
Meech is not leaving here until
Fink
he does.
continues his not so silent protest in the consolation bracket.
Here we go. Here goes Mark.
There he goes.
Trying to finish it off. That looks good.
Left.
Misses the spare. Finishes with 125?
I think the Lynch.
I mean, Jamie had a 141. You had a 142 in the first.
142, correct.
So, what did Mark shoot on the first round? Who knows? Nobody. Fair enough.
Mark?
All right. This is more dramatic than the match, which is over, right?
The match is over, yeah. The match is done.
Individual between Jamie and Mark Goodheart is interesting.
down
Here goes
to-
Jamie. Oh.
No way
Okay.
he's getting those three now. No way.
And even if he
No
does,
way.
what happens score-wise?
Yeah, they've already won. Mark,
I know we know that.
I
If
think
he gets a spare here, does he gets to go again?
if he gets a spare here, it's game over for Mark. But
I
I think
don't know that much.
No, if he gets a spare here, he gets to go again.
if he gets a spare here, it's game over for Mark.
Yeah. Get that spare. Come on.
Oh. Is it possible? Can he go back-to-back rounds with
guy.
a 1
Mark
point?
Goodheart.
MVP!
Mark Goodheart with the high
There we
score.
go.
My guy.
Pigeons keep it home in the team in the singles and the doubles.
Hell yeah.
All right, but here's the
I
question.
just want to go on
Okay.
record. Only Tom Henneman believed in me. I love you, Tommy. I just want to take a moment to shout out my partner, Tom Henneman. He carried us all night. I may have come through in the end. I
Came
may
through when
have
we
the
needed it,
Golden
buddy.
Palm Trophy for 2023.
Came through when
But
you
I just
needed
want to say, you
Thank you.
believed in me and you gave me the confidence
Clap
to
it
come
up.
through and succeed. On behalf of the City Pigeons Podcast, for 2023, the City Pigeons have the #1 bowler in the country. Let's go.
Wow, big earn Goodheart coming through.
Start getting those NIL deals.
You guys were well balanced. Tom, you dominated kind of the opening. Mark did better
how
in
it
the
is.
second game.
That's how it is.
And you were a real team. And so congratulations for winning the first ever Philly podcast bowl-off on behalf of the Half-Baked Ideas Club. Great job. Congratulations,
Yeah.
gentlemen. We don't have any awards. Actually, you know what? I just decided.
Congrats,
Because of the fact that
this
you
is
guys
my-
won the money, you get
To
the
pay the
tab.
tab.
Surprise, motherfucker!
You guys thought it was free? No, you got the tab. All right, hey, thank you guys.
What?
One thing I've
T-shirt
learned is
on?
that bowling takes longer than I thought.
That's
I
okay.
thought, whatever, is what it is, but this was a good exercise. Again, we're here to build community.
You know what you can do during bowling matches? Throw an entire no-hitter.
That is true.
That happens.
Shout out to Lorenzen for pitching the no-hitter tonight for the Phillies. Red October is going to be on. Eagles are going to be on. A lot of good things coming up for City Pigeons. Thank you guys for tuning in, listening, watching. Please subscribe,
Shout out
like,
North Pole.
all that stuff. Follow.
Thank you,
follow.
North Pole.
Hey, thank you to
Appreciate
North
it.
Pole. Thank you to JBMP. Thank you to A Best Swag and everybody that supported the podcast. And we look forward to hanging with you guys again soon.
See y'all soon. Go Birds.